Oh, I need a light. I need a light. Okay, we're gonna gamble today. Is that I think that light is gonna go out. You're just not gonna turn the light on. Okay. This light off. The battery might be about to die on this mic. So let me see if I can get another mic. Good morning, Griots. I'm just getting set up here. Where are the rest of my mics? I know I put you in here. Well, let me just see how I sound. Well, let me just see how I sound. That sounds fine. You know, this is not supposed to be blinking. Oh, here are the rest of them. Let me see. I'm gonna switch mics here. Hello? 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 Oh. Okay. Hey, Griots. I'm Cheyenne Yvette, visual artist and art director of the Cheyenne Yvette Art and Culture Archive. Welcome to the Office Hours live stream. Watch me work as I create layered storytelling through flat design. The Cheyenne Yvette Art and Culture Archive is a creative studio and archive, and my mission is to educate and express diverse Black American perspectives through art and experiences. If you like what you see, please support by shopping magnetismcorner.com, my gift shop of tastefully curated gifts for art admirers. Today, I'm off work, so I decided to work in sprints today. So this is my first one. I'll try to be on here for about an hour. I'm probably going to do mostly like planning and stuff. We'll see what comes up. I'm actually going to do my makeup for today. I'm doing some house chores while I'm doing this. And then I'm going to go back to working on the visuals for this live stream. I also have a newsletter to write that is due tomorrow. So I might work on that. And I'll just live stream my process. But I'm going to take my hair down. Be right back. And just get ready for the day, because why not? My hair is already moisturized, so I didn't really need too much. And I am raising funds so I can get my nail technology license. My first milestone is $5,000 to pay for my nail technology school tuition, as well as some practice materials. And that's really all that's going to cover for that. milestone. But just because I need to do something different, I need to switch it up. The job market has brought me through it. It's not going to put me through it. The job market has put me through it. And, if you want different results, you got to do things differently. So that's why I am doing this. I have to work on these things anyway. So this just kind of gives me an accountability partner, because building a business requires consistency. Every aspect of a business requires consistency. Consistency and authenticity to create a business with a sound foundation. Anything with a sound foundation needs consistency and honesty. I like to say authenticity. Someone be like, if you are someone who is just like faking it till you make it, if you show up consistently every day as the same character, that character becomes you. So then that becomes the authentic you. It'll be a good conversation if someone has a counter to that. I'd be interested in hearing what that could possibly be. I don't use too much like edge controlling product too much anymore, especially when I use a blow dryer on my hair, just because it is too much. It's too much product, and when you have too much product, especially on hair like mine, it it leaves it more vulnerable, especially around my edges. I never had too many issues with my edges unless I'm wearing wigs really heavy, which I haven't. But I am getting older, so I'm just being more mindful of my edges, not doing too much to my edges. That's garbage now. I just realized I've been practicing nail art. I might do some of that today as well. I bought nail art brushes, but I have these little cosmetic brushes. Um, I could use these. I can use those for um, nail art as well when I'm practicing. Um, I'm gonna see if they're strong enough to actually use with the nail polish. They should be, because the brushes I'm using actually feel kind of flimsy. But I think that's the point. So the strokes are delicate. Ooh. So I might do some of that today. I have a long day ahead of me, and I actually managed to get up out of bed and start some of my house chores and get here pretty early. I bought this like berry plum color. I'm gonna put that on my lips today. I put it on last night just for my live stream to be replays. I was running late and I have to eat. So I was like, I'm gonna just play some of my pre-recorded content. If anybody stops in, they can see what they've been missing. I might have started with too much product on my lips. I overline because I'm like, why not? I kind of want to look like a Bratz doll today. um, I'm still learning the Restream. Ustream. I used to watch Trey Songz on Ustream. Trey Songz and Jermaine Dupri and Joe Budden. I used to watch all of them on Ustream. I had no business watching that. And I wouldn't catch it all the time. A lot of time I was just watching the replays on YouTube, which is kind of how I'm structuring this, even though I'm not talking about the same stuff at all. I used to watch a whole bunch of mess I shouldn't have been watching, including Trey Songz music videos. I had lied on my YouTube and said I made up some year to say I was over 18, so I could watch his music videos. It wasn't this YouTube account. It was my first one. I had all my music. I still go on that account sometime just because I got playlists saved of like music you can't find anywhere else. And sure, you can look up the videos, but I think a lot of them have been made private or unlisted. So being that they were already saved on my playlist, I still have it because I think if it's on your playlist, it's like you have the link. If it's unlisted, then you have the link to it if it's in your playlist. But if I try to look it up, I won't be able to find it. So I'm not getting rid of it. Who gets rid of accounts? But I'm not getting rid of it because I got a whole bunch of videos that I love and sometimes I want to watch just for nostalgia purposes. But anyway, I like a few years ago, I had looked back on it and I changed it to my real age because I'm like, I'm way over 18. I might as well put my real age. And I was in like middle school when I did that. I was a little bit of a rebel every now and then. Okay. Okay. Perfume. As soon as actually, I'm gonna keep that. I was gonna wear blush, and I brought this whole bag out here just to not do it. But it is fine. Okay, today I know what I will do. Start in here. We'll start over here. I take it out. I do it. Let's use my hands. That brush was filthy. It is 7:18 Eastern Standard Time. I'm a morning person lately, so it's like I might as well work. I don't know where the top to this from. I need to wash all my brushes. This all purpose is ready. Power on. Okay, let me check that my stream. I should have checked all my streams earlier. I don't understand Twitch. I don't understand. I might have fixed it, but I didn't understand why my how did she put that up? People are doing all types of amazing things. I didn't understand why my last live stream didn't save. Maybe this one will. It's live. I'll figure out the rest later. And let me check YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna put the date right here. Oh one. This was the 18th, 2026. 3:30 p.m. ET. Save. Later, I'll try to put like a summary of what I talked about that day. Okay, what am I going to work on today? I don't like how high my hair is standing up. Okay. I had a to-do list. Substack newsletter and my social media process. What do I want to do online? What do I want to do online today? Something is telling me I should work on my Substack newsletter. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me get some headphones. My ankles are This is hair oil, but I'm gonna just use it because it's all the same oil. You see, it's all the same oil. A lot of this oil that you put in your hair is oil that you cook with. You just might have some extra fragrances or something. Okay. Mm. Um, today I want to talk about. Today I'm writing about the fundraising dollars. Like the way I elevated the brand, and they made $1 million. Like the way I elevated the brand and they made $1 million. The fundraising galas. I need to know. I struggle with some punctuation. I want to turn Grammarly on. Let me turn Grammarly on briefly, just for this part. I use a semicolon. Use a semicolon to link two closely related independent sentences. To join sentences with a conjunctive adverb like however, therefore, or to separate items in a list if those items already contain commas, creating clarity, a stronger connection than a comma, but a softer break than a period. That's what I want. I want that last thing. Okay. I'm ready to share my screen. I am not the best writer. Like I'm a good storyteller. I'm not the best writer. So there might be a whole bunch of grammatical things going on here. I usually end with a good result. Do not share the system audio. Okay, I don't want to be laid out here. Okay, this is good. This is good, right? Oh, this is even better. Let me see what I look like on the stream. On mobile. Perfect. And I'm gonna just set a timer for myself. 30 minutes, I'm gonna check back in and see how I feel. Okay, light the way. I elevated the brand and we made $1 million. The annual fundraising gala. The 2019 Sheltering Arts annual fundraising gala was themed Light the Way. Highlights. Art piece, greeting customers was created. Right. Some of the pieces were created by another thoughts. The website I created was better than previous sites. Clear call to action, minimal design. Bright and clear images with minimal but bright and consistent use of brand colors. On software with limited design capabilities. Okay. Okay, let me start here. Integration of an art piece created from, okay, what did I do there? It's very difficult writing about yourself and talking about yourself, but you need to do it. So it's clear what your experience is. It's also practice for when you have to talk to about yourself to possible employers or maybe investors. You have to be able to talk about yourself. This is anxiety. I'm like freezing up. I can't make a sound decision, even though this is my experience. I did do this. I'm just integrated an art piece created from the artwork of children from early childhood education. So what did I do? I created a lesson plan, an activity plan for their students in um, in one of the early childhood education schools, Harriet Tubman. You know what's funny? One of our schools was called Harriet, was named after Harriet Tubman, but the school was mostly Hispanic children, and most of the parents only spoke Spanish. Early Harriet Tubman. Okay, I'm gonna add that information. I created an activity for the teachers to implement with their students at Harriet Tubman. Be there right on time, God. Yes, he is. I created an activity for the teachers to implement with their students at one of their early childhood education at Harriet Tubman. Enrolled. Let me turn this off. They will correct it. I turn Grammarly off while I'm writing just to get my thoughts out, and then I fix it later. So uh, if it bothers you, try not to read too much because I know this is a mess. I'm getting my thoughts out because this is where I struggle getting the thought out in the first place. You can correct things grammatically uh, later, which is what I'm gonna do. Um, and I'm working on my own deadline. Like I shouldn't be as anxious as I am, but I take deadlines very seriously because even when you're building your own business, you need deadlines to be consistent. So that's what I'm working on today. Okay. Okay. To draw to these 4x4 inch squares that were glued to a large foam board panel rendering the New York City skyline. Strategic vision. This is part of this. Was, I need a word stronger than suggested. I'm always using a thesaurus when I'm writing these, especially, I feel like I use it more when I'm writing for myself than I did in school. Because when you're writing about something that you learn, you just write how it was taught to you. But now you're kind of writing about something with no reason, like you're the reason, like it was your thoughts or somebody else's thoughts, like things that happen in conversation or at work. I might use the simple word just because you know what I meant. But when writing about this, I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. So now I'm like, what word should I use? It was strong, counsel hinted. Strongly suggested. Job said. Emphasized. I think emphasize is the word I'm looking for. Sometimes the thesaurus fails you, like it doesn't get what you're trying to say. Or I guess I could say strongly suggested. Okay. And sometimes you just end up using the word. It was strongly suggested to involve the youth we serve in the gala art direction. So I created, so I found a way to include a different set of our organization at each major, in each, I'm gonna say customer touch point, each donor touch point. That kind of came out of nowhere. Let me stop doing that. It was strongly suggested to involve the youth we serve in the gala art direction. So I found a way to include a different set of our organization youth in not even every major, in every donor touch point. That's big. I'm gonna highlight that because I'm gonna have to come back to that. I have to keep cycling around to that. I think that's the point of this. Okay. I created an activity for the teachers to implement with their students enrolled at Harriet Tubman Early Childhood Education Center in Bronx and Y. The center provides education for low-income 2- and 3-year-old children. The task was for each student to draw on a 4x4-inch square on 4x4-inch squares that were glued to a large foam board panel rendering the New York City skyline. The art piece was, okay, at the top of the art piece was the organization's logo and the event theme, Light the Way. It was finished off with, are those called fairy lights? Fairy lights. Emphasizing organization is lighting the way. I'm getting ahead of myself. In what may be dark times for children and families in need. Okay. Insert whatever process, images, or video I have. Okay. Again. Start all over again. Let me stop correcting and move on to the next thing. Okay. Tabletop. My reward. Start all over again. This is where I'll talk about the centerpieces. Okay. Table centerpieces were, okay, don't try to make this a sentence yet, Cheyenne. I'll start with I created an activity for consisted of clear bases, cylinder, each vase was artwork created by students from, start all over again. I need my documents. Let's see if I can find it online. Jesus is real. The Lord is real to me. This does not have everything I'm looking for. Bruner. All the after schools are probably just put under another school. This is us. The organization has closed, which is why it's kind of hard to find certain things. Oh, that's public information. It's a nonprofit. You know, when I was working there, people were surprised that. Actually, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a name for that later. Created by after school students. I actually know what school this is. PS 234. No, that's not it. That's not it. Nope, that's not it. That's the name of that school. You'd be surprised how people view your work. Even though you might think while you're in it, it's just my job. I'm just doing my job. You'd be surprised how important your work is to people outside of it, from the outside looking in. How people from the outside looking in might feel about your work. Like there's no need for them to be in any of these programs. They don't need any of these services. They don't work there. They don't have the same responsibilities that you do. But for some reason, your information, your work is just so interesting. You'd be surprised how many people are looking, or how many people are listening and paying attention and thinking, how is she doing that? Even though to you it's just like, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Okay, I'll get these schools later. Into by two after school programs, by students in two after school programs. They are both Queens based and two Queens after school programs. These panels made the, also, I'll just say rendered right now, skyline. These art pieces were also illuminated by fairy lights. I'm going to say continuing the theme. I'll fix that later because that sounds good. My friends are gone. Stand alone. Try me see his own. Okay. Navigation. I use the same recognizable images from the invitations and other promotional materials, guiding guests throughout the dimly lit venue. While the images were not actually illuminated, I might not need that word. The light imagery provided the feeling that okay. I need the name of the lights that are projected in an event venue. I forgot what those were called. Gobos. Okay. I designed gobos. Let me get the definition. Definitions. I designed gobos lights for the organization's logo and the venue logo and the event logo. Gobos lighting. Goes before optics. Let me just copy this. And I'll put this in parentheses. One for the Sheltering Arms logo. Creating consistency, 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 consistency. Should I say harmony? Harmony within the venue. We'll put seeing my work projected in lights was a major achievement for me. I could say I'm in lights. And some people might be like, you attach too much of your worth to your work. Your work is how you make money. You attach a lot of your work to the money you got and what you was able to buy with your money, your house, your retirement, you. So yeah, I was in lights. Retirement, you. And one of the biggest venues in New York City where I grew up. Images onto a surface. Okay. Simple logo for the event that be used, that can be manipulated for different types of mediums. With minimal effort. This made scaling the this made working with different vendors easier. At the most, all I had to do was change the file type and send an email. I didn't realize how valuable this was at the moment. After working on different projects with different teams, I get it now. That's a full stop. This is a new sentence. Exhale. Deep exhale. Okay. We'll talk more about the logo here. I think I do have screenshots for that, but I was on a different thing. Let me see how this is looking. I'm getting tired. But the day is young. Actually, I think I will take a break. And I think I will take a break and uh, adjust my laundry. I've been on here for an hour already. Yeah, I need to take a break. Oh, there's a time right there, 57 minutes. I'm going to actually, let's look at some artwork. Um, did I just do it? Let me see this. We'll look it up. How to auto next slide in Sheets. Am I missing the three dots? Oh, I go back to the beginning. I do every 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, ain't no messing around. No messing around. I'm back. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Let me introduce myself. Actually, um, let me just play that while I'm talking. Wait. Hey Griots, thank you for watching my replay. Or thank you, however you're seeing this, whether it's a clip or a replay. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Cheyenne Yvette, visual artist and art director of the Cheyenne Yvette Art and Culture Archive, and this is the Office Hours live stream. Let's move. This is disorienting. Why is it moving so fast? Oh, let me change it to that. Like what? This is the Office Hours with Cheyenne Yvette live stream. I'm figuring things out just like everybody else is, which is why that was just moving at 2 seconds. Um, Watch me work as I create layered storytelling through flat design. If you are wondering, the Cheyenne Yvette Art and Culture Archive is a creative studio and archive that I am building. My mission is to educate and express diverse Black American perspectives through art and experiences. If you like what you see, whether it's on this live stream, through my art experiences, which you can view on YouTube, some are on Facebook and Instagram. But if you want to see everything, like you just need a clear understanding of what this is, you can visit thecyaca.com, thecyaca.com. And if you would like to support, please support by shopping magnetismcorner.com, the gift shop of tastefully curated gifts for art admirers. If you go to thecyaca.com, at the top of the menu, just go where it says the gift shop. It'll take you right on over there. Everything is at thecyaca.com. But anyway, in my gift shop, Magnetism Corner, I have apparel, fine art prints, including the ones you see displayed here, limited edition prints. There will be 150 prints for this run for each artwork. They will be signed, numbered, and dated from the day I processed them, not the day they're printed, from the day I processed them. So the day I signed them, basically. They're limited edition. So I may or may not do another run. But there'll only be 150 of each. Today, I am working on my newsletter, which is where Office Hours by Cheyenne Yvette started with the newsletter. And I'm writing that. Today I'm writing about the fundraising galas that I worked on. The first fundraising gala where I had full creative, I was in charge of the full creative direction. I was entrusted with creative direction. Why is this like this? I can't believe that happened. Thank you. And it's been looking like that the entire time. Let me go ahead and fix that. What you're seeing here, this is how you can view my artwork within an art experience. I'm actually going to walk through that really quickly. Just so you know that it is safe over here. I made sure everything is as simple to use as possible. So you go to thecyaca.com and then you click on this thumbnail. This is an interesting mind art experience. You can view the welcome. Click here to launch presentation. I don't know if, actually, that might not be easy to use now that I think about it, because not everybody's used to dealing with presentations. It might have came up like this because I'm already in Google, but I think for visitors, it just comes up the presentation and you can press next. And then I have my artist talk, which you can view online. I'm not sharing the audio actually, so I'm not even going to get into it. But it's where I discuss all of this. But if you just want to view this part, this is on my YouTube. And then there is a thank you. And then it takes you right onto my gift shop. These are my limited edition prints that are available right now. From An Interesting Mind Art Experience. These are my apparel and accessories that are available. I'm not wearing my apparel today. That's because I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I'm sure I'll be wearing it tomorrow. I added a secondhand section to the gift shop. So these are bags by a Black-owned brand. They are marked down significantly. And actually, this Brandon Blackwood one is no longer offered on the website. It is gently used, gently worn. I added some pictures of, the wear, but it is this bag is no longer offered on his website. So if you're interested in this one, I have it available. And then I have Magnetism Claws merchandise. T-shirts, a tote bag, my crew neck. This is the one that you see me usually wearing. Everything comes in tan, light pink, and white. Leave unforgettable impressions down to the details. I love this white crew neck. I wear it to work all the time. So yeah, get your merch. Get your merch. Okay. I have a thought here. I'm just write it down and work on it later. Because I was thinking, I wanted people to have like some control when looking at my artwork, which is why I made it a slideshow. And if you're not logged into Google, I guess it is fine. If you're not logged into Google, you can just press next. Like you can press any key on your keyboard, and it will advance to the next slide. And then if you are logged into Google, you most likely know how to use it. And you can't make any changes to it. So actually, I'm gonna actually leave it there. Sometimes you have to talk through ideas to make sure you're still making sense. There goes that idea. I do this all day. Like I think I want to change something, so I write it down on a post-it note. Like I need to remember this, so I can think about this. And then once I start writing and talking it through, I'm realizing actually maybe I don't need to change anything. There are a lot of softwares that do a whole bunch of different things, and I was about to. I had paid for a month of this software where you can do your own virtual exhibitions. People will just kind of like is virtual, and you kind of like press your keys and you can see the whole thing. I was having an issue with zooming out so I could see everything. Like once I clicked on an artwork, I couldn't zoom back out. But then I thought, this is the same issue I have while playing video games. I've never been good at video games because even the old CD-ROM computer games back in the day, I remember I had this goofy game that came in one of my cereal boxes. I just had such a hard time like turning and like backing out, like backing up, because every time I pressed down or something, it took me out of where I was. And then when I would go back in it, it would put me back in it. And I'm like, just kind of like, you know how games be like, let me face the wall. But it's like you're against the wall. I would have such a hard time with that. And I was like, this is the exact problem that I'm having trying to navigate through this thing. So now I'm like, for people who are good at video games, is this easier for them? And I was like, it might be, but if they need help, I can't help them. And this is my thing. I'm paying for this. I'm putting this on. So there's no point in me paying for something that I cannot figure out how to work properly, even after going through the instructions. And I have a couple of like little like they call them cozy games that I play on my Switch. But these games are like so simple. Like they are so bare bones games. Like I already know I can't handle like all the 2K and Call of Duty. I don't even think I can handle Sims at this point because I just have never been good at video games. Any little video game I had, actually they're not little because video games are expensive. Like now I'm paying for my own games. I'm like, these are expensive. This is why I only got them at Christmas time because video games are expensive. Okay, the sun is up. It is still cool out, but the sun is officially up. I live next to a Sam's Club, so I live next to a very busy intersection here. Okay. Some might be People might be like, be careful, you could dox you. Ain't nobody in the live stream. But if you're in the replay, send a comment. Okay. Let me get back to this. I'm gonna just close this. I'm always looking up how to do things because, especially since I'm not in an office anymore, like out of sight, out of mind. When you're not in the practice of doing something, you can forget it so easily. Like the simple things, you could forget it so easily. I put on some more body glaze because I am out of SPF. And the body glaze has SPF. So I was like, I'm gonna just use this because I am next to the sun and I still need to protect my skin. Okay, back to this newsletter. This is this part is what's making this is the work, this is the part of work that makes being consistent difficult because I just want to stop and go watch TV so bad. But I need to get this finished. This needs to be published tomorrow. Yeah, and this is what it looks like right now. Okay. The greeting. Let me play some music. The greeting. That was about everything that I did for the greeting. I'm gonna write that sentence. Rock my sword and shield, and he's in the middle of the week. He guides my footsteps, wipes away all of my tears. Jesus is my rock, my sword and shield. Jesus is my rock, my sword and shield. Navigation design. Let me turn this down a little bit. Implementation of signage. Entry to entry and sign up the piano performance, and even the silent auction. Oh Lord. I rock my soul, sweet. Okay. Okay. Cipriani was it Cipriani 42nd Street? Why did I just copy that? Sometimes I do that just so there's like no way I spelled this wrong. That's what I did when I was working on some of these documents. Is known for its intimate, its dimly lit and intimate ambience, even though it is a very large venue. The dimly litness. This actually worked to the benefit of the theme. This is enough. This is enough. Okay. Anywhere, anytime you reached a light, it had the organizations and the word and the phrase and the theme. Light the way. Re-emphasizing that the organization is lighting the way. Don't you want to donate more money? Do you trust us with your donation? No. it is up to the speakers, host, and auctioneer to finish the point of. I'm gonna add this later. But every time. This belongs at the beginning of this. Okay. I'm gonna take that sentence out of there because that doesn't belong there. Right now, I'm just talking about implementation. Implementation. I designed Gobo's lighting, one of the sheltering arms, one with the, and another for the event local, creating harmony within the venue. Cipriani 42nd Street is known for its dimly lit and intimate ambiance, even though it is a very large venue, making it actually, this actually worked to the benefit of the theme. Every time you reached a light, it had the organization's logo and the theme light the way, re-emphasizing that the organization is lighting the way in the fight for an equitable New York City, a more equitable for the children and families we serve. Seeing my work projected in lights was a major achievement for me. I could say I'm in lights in one of the biggest venues in New York City where I grew up. You're going to win. Don't wait till the battle is over. You know in the end, you're going to win. Okay, my knee's starting to, I got bad knees, y'all. My knee is starting to cramp up. Let me set another timer for myself. And then I'm really going to have to take a good break. So I've been here for an hour 30, except for another 30 minutes. And then I'm going to have to go for a walk or something. Put some clothes on and go for a walk. Artwork, these students was very vibrant and made for great conversation starters. I was very proud. I was a very proud art instructor. Only being humble. Oh, God. Okay. Environment. Okay. Everybody okay? Is everybody okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? Am I okay? Are you okay, Cheyenne? Okay. I still have too many untouched sections before I start putting this together. Which one do I want to zoom into? Someone's telling me this one, but I'm just not ready. Okay. When the battle is over. Artistic philosophy, storytelling meets flat design. I can't wait for my battle to be over. Using flat design to create clean, impactful visuals that support the narrative. I designed a simple logo for the event that could be manipulated for different types of mediums with minimal effort. This made working with different vendors easier. At the most, all I had to do was change the file type, and send an email. I didn't realize how valuable this was at the moment. After working on different projects with different teams, I get it now. Deep exhale. Okay, I need some other visuals. I'm actually gonna have to take a break because let me see if it's on my phone. When was this? 2019. Okay. Conveniently, this one doesn't have the Light the Way logo on it. Oh, here's a flyer I did. It's Michelle Obama's book. It's a flyer I did a long time ago. I might write about that later. Oh, I will, because I did one with a bottle on it. I might have that somewhere in my files. I'm gonna write about that later. I forgot he was there that day. I forgot about that event. Sometimes just look through your photos and you'll see all the different lives you lived. Everybody told me I found out. Oh, that was the gala day. I forgot what I was looking for. Okay. I used the organization's sans serif font, and its lightest tan, creating visual harmony with the rest of the organization's communications. The organization used to use a design agency for their gala materials, and they would use their creative, and they would often use different colors and fonts from the agency's brand standards. While the imagery was beautiful. It almost felt like it wasn't the same organization. I can't tell it all. I almost lost this point. That's why this looks a mess. Which is why I'm writing more. Color to. I use the organization's sans serif font and its lightest tan color to create visual harmony with the rest of the organization's communications. The organization contracted a design agency, usually previously contracted a design agency for their gala materials, and they were often use different colors and fonts from the agency's brand standards. While the imagery was beautiful, it almost felt like it wasn't the same organization. Okay. The term light the way is right aligned to emphasizing forward movement. Woo! Now almost didn't come out. Is right aligned, emphasizing forward movement. That's it. To create a friendly and welcoming visual, create friendly and welcoming visual harmony with the rest of the organization's communications. A friendly, it's 2 sentences. I'll come back to it. The organization previously contracted. Okay. That's what I wanted. Okay. Let me move this up. It was strongly suggested to involve the youth we serve in the gala art direction, so I found a way to include a different set of our organization's youth in every donor touch point. Also, some of our youth invited to the event and given gift cards to give them an opportunity with, okay, fine. young professionals. Some who may have came from similar backgrounds. Some of whom came from similar backgrounds. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. Invited to the event for an opportunity to network with young professionals, some of whom came from similar backgrounds. Huh? Oh, thank you. Oh. I'm sorry. Okay. That's just an additional point that actually does not go for that, but it's an additional point. Okay, the guest journey and design execution. I'm having such a hard time. I'm having such a hard time right now. I got time. Let me see if I can do one more paragraph, and then I'm gonna really have to take a break. Uh, um, uh, that is not complete there. In conclusions, I always do that last. Lately, I've been doing the conclusion and the introduction last. So these three I might do last. And actually, these are the last three sections I need to complete. So this is a good time to actually take a break. I actually might work on something else. So I'm gonna take about a 15-minute break here. Whew, child, this is getting hard. Couldn't even hear me. As you can see, I've changed. I've got this beret on because I'm about to record BAM, Exploring the Black Arts Movement, which will be available on my birthday, February 6th. I was about to say the year I was born. It's about to be available February 6th, 2026. And I think I'm going to do a live, but more details for that will be coming soon. Stay tuned to my social media. And yeah,